Ladies and gentlemen, I am having a terrible day. And in order to cool down from this terrible day, I am going to try for you some Jarritos Fruit Punch Natural Flavored Soda. Because when one feels terrible, a nice cold drink certainly make you feel better. This is pre-chilled, by the way. I wouldn't call it bursting with flavor. Yeah, I'd say that as a flavor goes, this is not as strong as, say, Hawaiian Punch. Jarritos, or Jarritos, would be a premium soda here in the United States, being made with real sugar. Premium sodas are. That's one of the silly things, is that the better Coca-Cola is made in Mexico, because here in America we have corn subsidies, and corn subsidies means corn syrup. So, the government is paying you to drink Coca-Cola, or at least you're paying the government to make Coca-Cola, which really sucks when you think about it, but... So I can have some Coca-Cola, which my tax dollars have already paid for, or some Jarritos. And you know what? I like fruit punch. This fruit punch is a little light in flavor. This is an older bottle. I should have drank it already. So there is that. It's 140 calories, which is normal for a soda. Although you do have to point out that the real sugar has a different chemical reaction in the body than corn syrup. It's a little harder to break down, and it's a little harder for you to get the calories out of it. And it may stay in your blood a little longer. So, it's actually less likely for you to become a type 2 diabetic if you consume Jarritos over Coca-Cola. It's weird when you think about something from Mexico, which doesn't have a strong regulation, being a higher quality product than what you have in America, but this is what we have. Now again, the flavor of punch is not very strong. This is a sweet beverage, probably designed more to counteract the strength of tequila, and as a mixer, this would do that splendidly. It's not too sweet as to cover the tequila notes, but it's not too tart as to enhance them, so you would have basically the flavor of the tequila spread out amongst the fruit punch, and this would be a very enjoyable drink. Not all tequilas are created equal. There is a sipping tequila and a shooting tequila, or there's a mixing tequila and a shooting tequila. The way to know the difference is you take a shot of it. If it gives you a stomach ache, it's mixing tequila. Or at least that's how I categorize them. So, it's hard to go wrong with Jarritos. I got this in the Fiesta pack. You can see it's got the Day of the Dead branding on it. It's a wonderful soda. It does have a California redemption for those of you who want to protect the environment, or at least give something for the scrappers to have on trash day. And, you know, this is not the best Jarritos has to offer, but it's certainly a solid soda and worth having on a hot day. I'm Richard. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Fred the Facehugger, and I'd like to point out that this world isn't a nice place. But you know who's trying to make it a nice place? The owner of this channel, yes. The owner of this channel does things like pay for ocean cleanup, and have trees planted, and even feed orphans in an orphanage.
in Mexico. Yes, it's a real thing. I'm not kidding. I may be a face-hugging alien from a horror movie, but I'm not a liar. Anyway, when you comment, like, and subscribe, you're supporting that better world, and whereas it may not make a big difference, it may be the difference between one more tree planted, one more pound of trash out of the ocean, or one child not going hungry tonight. So, think about it. Shouldn't you comment? Shouldn't you like? Shouldn't you subscribe? I certainly would if I were you. I'm Fred.